Shalom. Welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to say double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you brothers that's pushing this truth in sincerity. I'm going to go into an article dealing with something that happened in Houston. All right. This is from blog Freight Broker. And another brother in our camp had posted this, who's an over-the-road truck driver. Now, I'm a truck driver also. I've done some of the over-the-road stuff earlier in my career, but now I'm local. But this happened in Houston. It says, breaking news, truckers block I-610 in Houston to protest low rates. And that's really what's going on in the trucking industry. All right, as a whole, it's been going that way for a while because automation is what these corporations are trying to bring on board. Plus, you got this thing going on with the economy being closed down because of the coronavirus, and also the stagnation of wages, right? So let's read some of this. It says a group of 75 truckers protesting low freight rates, high operational costs, and additional freight broker regulations partially blocking I-610 in Houston around 2 p.m. April 20th. The group is reportedly asking for additional freight broker regulations and transparency as they feel freight brokers are keeping additional profits as rates continue to plummet. Drivers held a huge sign that reads, "We are the resistance." Honest prices on loads, fair fees from insurance companies. Now, right now, man, just in general, and I'm speaking to Jake directly, man. This economy is through, man. It's absolute through, right? Now, when you go on the job search apps and you put in your credentials or whatever for a CDL Class A driver, you see the rates, man. You see even some truck companies pay by the hour, and you see the bullshit rates. Because I'll give you an example. Like now you got guys getting in a Class A vehicle, a tractor trailer, for $17, $18, and $19 an hour. Now that might sound good to some people out there, but that's chicken feed for doing that for a truck driver, for having that type of license. Not to mention if you got endorsements on your license, like a hazmat or a tanker endorsement or doubles, triple, whatever else on it, meaning you can carry more peculiar type loads. So these wages is really plummeting, man. Because you got to consider that millions upon millions upon millions of people are out of work right now. Okay? And a lot of truck drivers are out of work right now, which does what? It becomes employers benefit. If they're still open and they need workers, guess what? They're going to be able to hire the workers for cheap because people are desperate for a job. So that's going to affect the wages, and that's going to happen across other industries. So you can understand, the more people out of work and the more people that's going to be desperate for these jobs, they're going to drop these wages, man. All right? They're going to drop these wages. So it's going to be a Mad Max scenario soon out here, man. It says, we are the resistance, honest prices on loads, fair fees from insurance companies, broker regulations. A long line of trucks was stopped on the right side of the freeway, forcing police to shut down the freeway to traffic. Police issued a briefing at 7 p.m. April 20th, advising 75 truckers being cited with the Class C misdemeanors, and one woman was arrested for inciting a riot and obstructing the highway, both misdemeanors. The police spokesperson told reporters during the briefing that drivers were protesting non-payment. Right, and this is, I guess, this guy who published this got a link to the the police briefing. But I'm going to jump right into the scriptures because you just got to be ready for what's coming, man. All right? The writing is clearly on the wall, and the end of Mystery Babylon is at hand. Right? It's at hand. It's like watching, for the ones that got eyes to see, it's like watching somebody fall down in slow motion. You can clearly see that they're falling, but they're not fully flat on the ground yet. So, like I said, these these uproars of the people, which I touched on in my previous videos about the rebellion. The rebellion spirit is heavy here in Mystery Babylon, and not just Mystery Babylon, all over the world, because this is a big agenda E is trying to fulfill, this New World Order agenda. But let me get the scriptures. Let's go to the book of Matthew, and I'm going to start at chapter 10, verse 37. It says, "He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it." So what does that mean? He that findeth his life shall lose it. Meaning you're fighting for this, you're fighting for this hellhole, this current world as it is, right? A lot of people want their position. They're fighting for the country, talking on E. Hell, you even got Jake out here still trying to fight to be a slave, man. Even though this is not, clearly it's not his kingdom. He's still fighting for it. Man, complaining about he got laid off, or, you know, his pay got cut, or this or that. These are all signs of the battle. These are all conditions of the battle that we're in, man. Hell, my pay had got cut for a minute, and then my company did the whole loan program which Trump put out. But how many months is that going to cover to pay people their full amount of full wages? That's only a temporary fix. The scriptures say that they would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. You cannot fix what is about to happen, man. All right. So that's why you even got talk in the Congress about trying to give, speaking on America right now, give people $2,000 a month, because they know what's coming. You don't talk about that type of thing because you know that the entire economy is down the drain. You know, he says, "He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it." Meaning at the end of the day, when it's time to fully detach from this current system, brothers and some of the sisters out there, you got to be ready to do that, man. When that cutoff point come, when it's that mark of the beast, that implantable chip, that vaccine, you know, having these things, just you're gonna have to have these things just to function in the society that the elites are setting up. So be prepared to lose your life, man, and lose your life for the sake of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because something way greater is coming after, so you can understand. Let's keep going. Let's get Jeremiah 2:36. It says, "Why gaddest thou about so much to change thy way? Thou also shalt be ashamed of Egypt, as thou was ashamed of Assyria." Right. So speaking in the past and applying this to the future based on prophecy, this place that we're in right now is spiritually known as Egypt, right? Mystery Babylon, aka America. This is going to be the main deliverance of the nation of Israel, as they're going to be brothers and sisters delivered from all over the four corners of the earth as prophesied. But this is the main point right here. All right. So a lot of people that talk shit about this word, man, that basically scoffed it, that didn't believe it, who still don't want to see the prophecies, even though they've been clearly and concisely presented to them. Guess what? Eventually in the kingdom, they're going to be ashamed, man. They are going to be ashamed, right? But first they got to experience that judgment first. Verse 37. "Yea, thou shalt go forth from him, and thine hand upon thy head, for the Lord have rejected thy confidences, and thou shalt not prosper in them." So you getting that degree, you owning that business, you jet setting around the world, you doing all these things, and Jake got big dreams, man. You getting this type of car, and now you can barely feed your family. Now you can't even keep your lights on, right? The Lord is rejecting thy confidences, because your confidence was what in this oppressive country right here, which you were brought over here to be a slave pursuant to the book of Deuteronomy, for you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? And you Hispanics, man, you were kicked out of your land, right? You were forced to convert to plantation Christianity, just like you Native Americans, put on reservations, forced to drink, You suffered all this oppression, man, but you still want this place to continue, and you still want this place to prosper. But the Lord is bringing this place down, man, and it's clear and it's evident, right? Let's keep going. I don't want to make this too long. Let's end it in. Actually, I got two more. This is Psalm 62:10. It says, "Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery." Right? If riches increase, set not thine heart upon them. Right? So I brought that out because certain brothers do better than others as far as what's the word I'm looking for? As far as finance wise. All right, but that don't mean shit, man. You can't trust in what you got. Everything you have to realize, everything you got right now is actually temporary. Regardless if the Lord bless you with certain things or take them away, it's all temporary. So trusting in these things is very foolish, man. It's very foolish. Of course, these things can be a defense. These things can be used, but to put your faith and trust in them is what the people in the world are doing, right? They trust in this society. They're fighting for the society, even though we know, all right, as the hopeful and hopeful elect, is that this place has to go, man. We're hastening for this place to go, pursuant to the book of Peter's, right? And it will go. Let's grab one more. Let's go to Isaiah 30:12. It says, "Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon." Right? You were trusting this oppression. You trust in your mask and your gloves and your orders from the so-called red man Esau. You trust in what he says, and guess what? He's leading your ass to your destruction, and he's leading you right to your slaughter, and good for you. Right? Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. Right? So it's coming, man. The pot is boiling over. Right? I'm gonna just show one more quick article from the Mirror, and it says coronavirus. WHO warns people will need to get used to a new way of living. Right, and I'm not going to go through all this, but it says the World Health Organization has warned that a new way of living will be needed until a coronavirus vaccine is ready. So they's like, fuck they got proven treatments. Yeah, a doctor in LA that had 100% success rate in curing this bullshit ass bioweapon that was created in the lab with the stuff Trump was talking about, with regular old zinc and that hydrochloroquine or whatever, right? This guy in LA was actually curing it. But the point I brought out that little sentence was, get way to a new way of living, man. Because all you're going to see is more and more of this, man. The old way dying, protest, fighting, scratching, biting. But Esau is preparing to bring in those big guns, because that new world order system got to come. And it's all prophecy and it's all beautiful. But that's going to be the point of this lesson. I hope it was edifying to some individuals. And I want to say shalom the next time.